To me, customisation is art.
Andy Saunders is an artist, and his cars are his canvas. The car customiser is renowned for his outlandish creations, with each of his 52 vehicles outdoing the last.
These are magazine features on a lot of the cars that I've done. Some of these are really famous now, like that was Mini Haha, I've done that as my third or fourth car. Indecision and Runner Grain, the speedboat, they're both owned by a big car collector in London. Claustrophobia is now in Tokyo in a museum.
His work has resulted in several entries into the Guinness Book of World Records, and he believes car customisation is art. He has exhibited in galleries and even tried to enter the Turner Prize. Andy from Poole customised his first car before he was even old enough to hold a UK driving licence.
My first customisation was a Mark 1 Escort called Bird Puller, built by me and my dad. Bird Puller was actually a bit of a bird puller, but not until I was 17, because when I was 16 and we used to go to the car shows, it was driven by my mum.
And he's dedicated his life to his artwork ever since. Andy developed a reputation for himself as a revolutionary in car design, and his flair for the weird and wonderful has won him countless high-profile commissions.
Hyundai launched the cheapest car in the world to have air conditioning, and they came to me and asked me if I would build them an ice cream van to kind of promote the air conditioning factor, and I had 2 commissions from them within 3 weeks.
Andy dedicates endless hours to perfect his world record-breaking creations, but he can knock a car together in no time at all if needs be.
Over the last 3 or 4 years, I've been taken on stage at big car events and had to build cars in ridiculous times, such as Flat 8, for instance, was the lowest car in the world, and it was built in 3 days at Bewley.
Andy even entered his work for the prestigious Turner Prize, but unfortunately not everyone sees his work as art.
I'd seen a picture in the newspaper of an out-of-focus Polaroid of Concorde taken off, and it was going to be entered for the Turner Prize, and I thought, what a load of rubbish. So I went to the local art centre and said, this is what I do. How do I go about organising an exhibition? I received 76 nominations from the public for that exhibition. At the end of it, there was no response at all from the Tate, the Turner or anyone else. It's an art form. It should be recognised as such. After that exhibition, I had a man in Ireland. He actually wanted 2 or 3 of my cars, one of them being Picasso's Citroen. It was completely reworked to look like a Citroen 2 CV that was asymmetric. I've had many artists come up and say, you know, although it's not our kind of art, it can only be described as art.
When he isn't cruising around in one of his spectacular vehicles, Andy can be found hard at work in his garage.
This is my newest project. This is a pre-war Hudson, which is actually a restoration. The car was so rust-free. All of this up in here, there's no welding been done at all. We didn't have to do any welding. It was just perfect. This car is a 1958 Fiat Nuevo Jolly. What I started with was the remnants of Jolly, and I built this over a period of a couple of years on Saturdays. They made approximately 450 of them. I've got no idea what the top speed of this is. I've had it up to about 50 kilometres, and to be honest with you, that's more than enough.
Andy has achieved remarkable success through his hobby.
There's nothing on cars I haven't done or can't achieve. If the budget's there, then it's possible. I'm not getting bored of it, but my creativity is spread into other things. A lot of car enthusiasts that haven't done it think anyone can do this. They can't. No one's got the determination to see each project through.
But he admits his passion can take over his life.
When you've got this much devotion for anything, it does affect your personal life. It is like a drug addiction. Everything is completely out of my peripheral view, except the completion of that car.